Movies, 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 movies. That was the commercial for the Stars channel back in the early 2000s. They just did Beethoven's Ode to Joy, but using the word movies for every note. Now the question is, should this be considered a movie? I wish we didn't.
Yeah, that's right. They did. I was like, wait, did they? And I was like, yeah, that's right. I did hear it a couple of times back in the day where it was like, movies, movies, movies,
movies, movies, movies, movies, movies.
I was like, wait, that triggered a memory right there.
Yeah,
I've heard all the time.
Yeah, and there were like not one but several Stars channels.
Well, again, for some reason in the 90s, and again, you want to say the Attitude Era in certain aspects, but there was a lot, and I remember a lot of commercials, television, just like a lot of orchestral classic music. People want to talk about, like, the rock of the early 90s, like Guns N' Roses, Nirvana, and then the rap era that took place like in the mid 90s all the way to the 2000s. And it's like, okay, but again, there was a lot of taking of Beethoven, of
Mozart, Schubert, Bach.
Yeah, a lot of their music. I mean, look at Cypress Hill.
Yeah,
Cypress Hill is notorious for that whole taking like classical music and putting it into their rap lyrics or into their melodies, but then they actually, like, years later, I think it was last year or something like that, that they actually did that bit from The Simpsons where they stole Bon Jovi's like chance to play with the
orchestra. Yeah, and like I'm surprised that HBO didn't do like HBO, 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 HBO.
HBO had that like really sick, like, we're going from our couch to the TV and then out.
Oh yeah, that really cool theme song. And then
Yeah.
you go inside that circle. It's like
yeah. So it's
cool
like,
shit
we had that. So like, no, I don't think we need any music.
But I don't get is why would there like 4 HBO channels? Because I don't know, that was advertised heavily. It's like, yeah, there are 4 HBOs. There's HBO Classic, HBO Plus, HBO Signature, and HBO Family. And I get that HBO Family was the one with the kids' movies and like the cartoons, but I have no idea what was special about the other 3 HBO channels.
Yeah, I won't get into it because this was a family-friendly show. Why HBO was so good. Then there was also Cinemax.
You mean Skinemax?
Yeah, but again, back in the day, when you had to pay for it and water was free. Now,
you ever notice how almost every show on Skinemax involves like just people talking about things happening, and then things that actually do happen are always in the format of a flashback?
All right, well, I'm not a huge fan personally of the whole 3 weeks earlier teaser thing. I feel like, we should start our stories where they begin, not start them where they get interested.
Get out.
What?
Yeah.
Well, it's literally, you know what it is, and it really does sum up to what we're doing tonight. It's padding. It's literal padding, because if you were to take just like what we saw, what you saw in those instances, and just played it as is, right,
in chronological
order, we would be done in less than 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Like,
so we needed padding out.
Yeah, it needed padding out. We needed to set up this adult event, but then we must put in the padding, and then we get to it.
It's like, oh, you think you had it bad? Well, last week I came to my house from grocery shopping, went upstairs, and then you won't believe what I saw, and cut to flashback instead of just letting it straight up happen.
Yeah, no, I just kind of was like, fine. And that's, again, that's why we're talking about old channels that don't exist anymore. Because technically speaking, this is a certain situation that, in all honesty, in my opinion, should not exist.
And some of them were just straight up not like just like a 30-minute movie. It was like a full TV series with seasons.
Yeah.
Like season 2, episode 1 on Skinamax.
Yeah, and it's like, but then you watch it and it's just like, again, just like with this review, you're watching it like, wait a minute, didn't we see this like in the last episode or like 2 episodes ago? This exact scene.
Mm-hmm.
This is the exact scene. I was like, wait, watch. He's gonna open the door and there she is, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, and then it plays exactly as I described, and I was like, what? Yeah, they used that, like, again, well, back then you couldn't, but it's like now you can, if you're streaming, go back 2 episodes, go to the 10-minute mark and play it from there. And I promise you, it's exactly what you think.
Mm-hmm.
And they're like, oh my God. Did they had nothing. They had nothing.
Mm-hmm.
They had to pad it out. They took literally a segment of an episode and then put it in the next episode because we ain't got nothing. And if we did, we may only have 10 minutes worth of new footage.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
It's like it's like if you're like a teacher and like you need to pad out the time. So like, I'm just gonna play Bill Nye the Science Guy and call it a day.
Well, yeah, but you know what it is also? It's kind of like that, like the Hanna-Barbera level of animation, Like
the one where they reuse cell clips in order to like save on money.
How many times are we walking in a house and we're going by the same window? How many windows do you have in this house? And potted plants.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, bro, this is exactly what you guys did. And it's like, again, if I were to tell you right now, yeah, about like a good maybe 5 minutes. 5 minutes. No, not even 5 minutes. Not even. Like, I want to say maybe 4 to 3 minutes. That's all new. But then after that, you get another like almost like 5 minutes worth of something that's like, wait, we already saw this. It's like, yeah, except they don't show what exactly, like,
yeah, what the new stuff is.
Yeah. So wait, yeah. Basically, yeah. They took something and put it in, and exactly, except for one key detail. But pretty much plays out the exact same way.
Here's a fun game. When you watch our vlogs on our channel, try to find the clips that I reversed. Like there are occasional instances, I won't say how frequently, but there are times when I reverse a clip. So like, instead of having it go like from left to right, it looks like it's going from right to left. Or the way around. And there's a reason behind it. But
yeah.
But let me ask you guys, if you go back to our old vlogs, whether it's G-Fest, ToonCon, Robo Toy Fest, Pasadena Comic Con, any convention really, I want you to really pay attention. Can you figure out which clips I reversed? Let's see if you can figure it out.
Yeah, figure it out. But I'm hoping everyone enjoyed this past holiday. Hope you all, enjoyed. And thank you for the lovely messages on Instagram for those
We
who
love
follow.
you guys
It's
so
very
so much.
wonderful that, there was, again, you know who you are, but for you that sent that little clip of you with a candle, eating your food and sending us blessings.
Mhm.
Wow.
Yeah.
Really? Wow. Thank you. Thank
Yeah.
you.
I hope you could ship some of that food to us, but I'm just kidding.
You know what? I mean, everyone loves my cooking, but it's like after a while, you're just like, no, no more turkey, no more
Mhm.
like, we're done. We're done. Yeah, we're done
Yeah,
until
we're
next.
stuffed. Yeah.
We don't want it. But yeah, and I'm hoping if anyone did venture out today to any type of retail establishments, you were kind to the workers, but also got in, got out, and got everything you needed.
Yeah, it's really weird how last year it was the Centennial Black Friday, and it was relatively tamed in my experience.
Well, it ain't like the old days. It ain't like, because again, we now have technology.
Mhm.
We now
Yeah.
have Cyber Mondays. We now, again, most sales start a week before and continue all weekend. So, it ain't, I mean, before it used to be such a circus. Nowadays, it's like, oh, no, there is. And depending on what level of retail you work, it could be either a chill, relaxed day or the most worst day. And if anyone does have a retail job, I'm there with you with the part time that I have. I'm there with you. I am just exhausted. I'm tired. I ate some leftovers, blessings, and now I'm just here. And I had to watch a Kamen Rider movie. I just wish it wasn't something. Well, not to say this was not entertaining. It was just like,
Why is this a movie?
yeah, it's kind of like, do you prefer your cranberry from the can, or do you prefer like actual cranberries?
Honestly, I don't like fruit except for peppers and tomatoes. I don't like like sweet and sour fruits on like in my Thanksgiving meal. But if I had to bend my elbow to include cranberries, yes, I would much rather use fresh stuff. None of that canned
Let us
gelatinous.
know what it is. Let us know. Do
Yeah.
you like it the canned jelly, or do you actually like real cranberry? That actually makes a big difference. But
Yeah,
yeah,
but yes, let's stuff your stockings for this Black Friday with Kamen Rider Black Friday, not RX. Hurry to Onigashima. That's right. The Demon Island is having a Black Friday sale on your favorite video games, movies, cashmere sweaters,
by the way,
and children's souls. What was that? Oh, video games, groceries, cashmere sweaters.
wait. You're telling me that the Kamen Rider made a cameo in One Piece? Really? I didn't
I
know.
don't know. There's just like an island with snipers.
There is an island in the One Piece manga in the Wano arc where they had the battle with Kaido and the supposed he has risen resurrection of Joy Boy of Luffy. The island, the final battle took place not on Wano, on a small island called Onigashima.
Mhm.
So it's like, but they really emphasize Onigashima. It's like Oni, and then because again, pretty much they were all like ogres, pretty much Oni.
Yeah.
It's like I kind of saw this title and I'm just like, I could not help but to remind myself, because I'm like, so we're having a throwdown on this island. Are we having a party and we have Queen here doing his song? Really? That's awesome. Zuma 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 zuma. I'm not gonna do it because we got copyright.
Yeah, but yeah, no, for those of you who are not in the know, in the story of Momotaro, the Peach Boy, Onigashima is the island of ogres where our heroic Peach Boy needs to venture forth in order to reclaim the sacred treasures with the help of his friends, a dog, a monkey, and a pheasant.
Again,
And if it was One Piece, said dog, monkey, and pheasant would have been a red dog, a yellow monkey, and a blue pheasant. And I swear to God, it turns out two of them were traitors.
Well, technically, that was true with One Piece because obviously you had the Straw Hats, but also you had the future daimyo, which was not Momotaro, but Momonosuke. If you look at that, yeah, no, the references in that arc were heavy Japan, like ridiculously. Like, oh, you think it's just some random? No, man. The references were hella heavy in that series. Like, you could just be like that Leonardo DiCaprio meme. Like, I know that. I know that. But yeah, no, that's like the whole like the yokai, and here it's like, oh, maybe we could get that. Get the One Piece like discuss it. You use Onigashima, and I'm like, that's using some big language, people. You're putting us. I'm like, do we get that? Do we get the Onigashima? And hurry to Onigashima. Well, let's find out.
Yeah,
let us find out.
Yeah, I'm surprised that Black only had one companion.
We're gonna get to that.
So here we are. It starts off with the typical fare. Little boy goes into a tunnel, and then inside the tunnel, there's a chameleon.
Why is it always chameleons that gave Showa Riders such a hard time? Have you noticed that?
It's always chameleons.
Ichigo, the chameleon kaijin, was like...
Yeah, he had a two-parter,
The two-parter with Hitler's Gold. Like in Shin Kamen Rider, the amalgam Geldum that fought against, that almost killed Hongo and Ichimonji was Chameleon Mantis.
Yep.
And again, most other Kamen Riders, Ichigo had a problem with the frilled lizard. Like most lizard kaijin are like the Kamen Rider's kryptonite. For some reason, reptiles are just like a Kamen Rider's natural enemy. But again, it is a grasshopper, so especially a chameleon. Okay. But
you can't see me because I'm a chameleon. It's American chameleon in America.
It's Liz from the Magic School Bus.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, we now know what how Liz met Miss Frizzle and had the obsession of being around children.
Oh, geez.
Yeah, Liz used to work for Gorgum kidnapping children, which is what we see. This is actually a very like horror movie level like atmosphere we're getting here. Obviously the walking through the tunnel and you see the appendage grab the boy. The little girl who was in her room, and the flower vase started talking to her. The other little girl, again, the whole thing with hacking cameras and baby monitors. This is a very real, scary thing we're doing here. The little girl who was practicing violin and she was actually the chair was the chameleon. I'm like, oh my God, there's a creep. Like, what's going on? This is very, very unsettling. Yeah. And apparently out of nowhere, the Kamen Rider just happens to come across said chameleon. I'm like, wait a minute. And this is what I mean. We've been here before.
Yep.
We have been here before. This is the loading dock. This is the bay. This is the what? And again,
this is where they always film Kamen Rider Amazon.
Yeah, but I'm like, again, this scene, because I was like, wait a minute. So you're using a chameleon. This is the same scene where Black was fighting the rhinoceros.
Mm-hmm.
And the rhinoceros had 2 horns, the same as the chameleon does.
Mm-hmm.
You're using the exact same battle that Kamen Rider Black used with the rhinoceros. There's even a scene, I believe it's at the 3-4 minute mark, where I was like, if you look at the Kaijin, obviously you do, you notice that when the Kamen Rider gets thrown, the suit is different.
Yep.
They literally copied and pasted the battle and just using new scenes from the chameleon, replacing them with the rhinoceros.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's almost embarrassing. You're telling me that people actually paid money to go to a theater back in the day, and the first like 10 minutes of this movie, you're literally showing us a rehash of that battle, but just slightly tweaking the fact that it's not a rhinoceros, it's a chameleon that he's fighting.
Basically.
Let me guess. You're going to use not Battle Hopper, but you're going to use
Road Sector.
Road Sector to slam into him, but you're not going to wipe out.
And the Battle Hopper's going to get injured fighting Belgenia.
Oh my god. Oh. Look, my heavy partying and drinking days are behind me, okay? I can still run with the best of them. Mm-hmm. I can whip any youngster's ass, okay? But the fact of the matter is, I'm like, I have a problem with pick-me characters in these shows and in anything I watch, because I'm like, okay, put a pin on the chameleon battle scene for a minute. So Mike mentioned that, Bells shows up. Okay, Bells shows up. But here's the thing. The chameleon is having like just a ball. The chameleon is kicking ass right now. He's holding the kids hostage. He's shown Kotaro that I have 4 kids. You can't beat me. He's whipping out his tongue. He's wrapping it around him. He's literally throwing him around. He's literally a paddle ball. He's kicking his ass. And I'm like, what's going to happen? Is the Kamen Rider going to chop his tongue off? Oh, God. Oh, my God.
No, Belgenia's going to run interference for his own team. Yeah, I know what you're thinking. I know what you're thinking.
What the hell is that?
Oh my God. Like, no joke, because the chameleon had him on the ropes. He had him on the mat. He had him leg up. They're doing the 1, 2, and then here comes Jackass with a chair to the chameleon.
It's literally like John Wick Part 4, where it's like, where what's his name? Fake Crow tags in for Donnie Yen so he could kill real Crow. That's right. I'm referring to John Wick as the real Crow, because compared to that movie, John Wick is more like the actual Crow than the Crow remake. So it's like no, I will kill the Crow myself, and then like there's like, oh no, he hasn't fired yet. Wait, what? Ha! Bow, 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 bow. It's like, if you just simply did not tag in,
oh my
bro
God,
died, and you would have been alive.
Oh, sweet Shirley Temple. Oh,
that is the color of his suit.
You know what?
Color of his suit.
I have not felt this way since Fives. This is giving me massive Misato vibes all over again. This is just, my God, the level of stupidity. Like, do you not see? Because you know what you are, Bells? And I'm hoping that this is just a temp. I know that we already have reached the change of the show, the tone of it. I hope that this doesn't continue. I really do. Because it's like there is no reason for you to be here. There is no reason for you to do that.
Mm-hmm.
But
because he has his own.
We are a secret club because of our agenda.
Because of you ran interference. Hell, you even pointed the gun to your people, to your faction, and say, "I'm the one who's gonna kill him." Are you serious? Are you serious? We had him. We had him in the trap. You set him free because you want to be the one to put him in the trap that you broke so you could fight him and kill him?
Yes.
Because you want the glory.
I know.
If I was in charge, and I found this out, we had him. We had him. It's like that scene in Power Rangers the movie where the Tango Warriors came back and they reported back to Ivan saying like, "Hey, we threw him off a cliff, we threw him in the river, threw him in the beach on jagged rocks, so they're dead, right?"
So they did. Well, we were about to. You did destroy them.
Wait, what? It's like, what do you mean? What was all? But again, the Tango.
You want to stick another whack at it? How about you take another quack at it?
The Tengus actually had a reason why they didn't finish them. They were about to, but in that movie, we're rooting for the heroes to succeed. And it's
like in that movie's a third party ran interference on the side of the Rangers.
Yeah.
Here, it's like imagine if instead of Dulcia, it was Goldar that ran interference for the Tangas.
Yeah, because it's because again, has to have that whole bullshit that he's got to be the one. Again, Goldar felt for that bullshit too. It's like you guys had them and you ran interference because it's the Warriors code. Shut up. I send you to go fucking do this, and by any means necessary, and you're talking to me about honor. Mm-hmm. Again, if it was honor that you would have planned something and you would have fucking done it. Instead of I'm going to wait in the shadows when so-and-so, and then I finally swoop in and kill him. That ain't honor. Okay? That is no. Not to mention, again, did we not see this scene before of Bells and Black fighting inside a warehouse?
Yep.
He even used the same infinity spinny whirly gust attack that knocked the Kamen Rider out. I was like, wait, I've seen this before. They took the
What do you mean you've seen it before? This is brand new.
This scene where they're fighting. No, I've seen that attack before. Remember, I think it was the first episode or the second episode that he was introduced, and he had a confrontation between Black. He even used the Infinity Windy Sword or whatever the fuck he called it, and then blows him out of the damn arena.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm like, I've seen this before. They're reusing that battle, but the difference is that I believe in that scene. Because again, Battle Hopper ran interference. I remember that we did an episode where we said Bells / Battle Hopper and knocked him out of commission. Remember?
Yep.
Yeah, there was an episode. So I was like, what, were we watching it again? Because Battle Hopper, again, he gets cut, he slams into some boxes, Bells disappears for some reason, and it's like, Battle Hopper,
Oh, but you see,
better.
we have a new scene where Battle Hopper's recovering, and we physically see the recovery.
But then we use the whole but then we use again the same attack, same battle that we were having with the Chameleon that was originally the Rhino.
Mm-hmm.
The Kamen Rider uses the second bike, even does his shield mode and slams through it. But in this scene, instead of wiping out and missing, he still misses, but he doesn't wipe out. He just lands it. And I'm like, okay, so what now? Because at that point, that was like the secondary battle, so that didn't. So, okay, so what now? I don't know why, but apparently Bells decides, oh, good day. What?
Mm-hmm.
What?
Mm-hmm.
So you took out the bike, his first one, and then he gets his other bike with the little spinny tassels and the freaking baseball card of Shuhei Utani on it to make it sound like a motorcycle, and you're like, no, I must leave.
Mm-hmm.
What good are you, you fucking diva? Go back to your room and fix your eyebrows. They're lopsided. Jesus Christ.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, yeah, no, because again, that same scene where the Kamen Rider landed landed the attack, same, again, go back to the rhinoceros episode. You're going to notice it scene for scene. It's like, bro, they literally took the last 10 minutes of that episode and put it in the 10 minutes of a 24-minute episode movie. So you're telling me we only got 15 minutes worth of new footage? I demand my money back. Anyway, yeah, as I was saying, if I was in charge of this splendid Illuminati society of flea-bitten, scale wart-ridden, insectoid filth that is apparently an evolution or better than mankind itself, we are highly advanced organisms who use witchcraft for some reason, but an elevator, a microwave, that's so beneath us. We have fire.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, if I was in charge of this, if I was like, some type of king or something, which, wait, there's a king? What? I thought that's what you guys built Black and his brother to be. No, well, apparently His Majesty is still here. We just never mentioned him before. Then what? So wait, these two are gonna fight to become the king, but then whoever wins must fight the king. Yeah. And who is the king? He's the king. Is there a chance that these riders could actually lose? Possibly. And what happens then? I don't know. We wait for the next.
Yeah, no, they did such a fantastic job advertising how we're kidnapping kids and we're going to use them to make new mutants.
That we will get to, and I have several questions about that. But I'm like,
yeah, the questions
We are a secret club because of our agenda.
Yeah, so apparently His Majesty is not happy with the three stooges over here, like
or Virginia.
Messing up his plans. And I'm like, why are you mad at them? Yeah, I know. For the past, like, what are we on now? Like 16 episodes on our review? What are we on? Almost 20? For the past between 15 to 20 episodes, yeah, you're right. They haven't really been so effective. But this is not their fault. They sent the chameleon. They took the time to do it. They went and like you had him, and then Madonna over here decided like, no, I'm the star. If anyone's gonna shine, it's me. Oh, fuck you. I'm like, yeah, okay, kick their asses, but take this boy to the back and give him a whooping. Like, seriously. I would have been like, nope, crucify him right now. We're about to recreate the scene from Evangelion right now. We're about to and have the mutants come here and tear his ass a new one. We're gonna leave Bells just like Ava Unit 2. And I'm like, all right. Is Bells getting his ass kicked? Yeah, he did. He did. But and everyone's like, this is your fault, Bells. He's really mad, and he's really mad at you. And what does he do? Like a little kid. He's just like, whatever, I'm going to my room. I'm gonna go play Nintendo or something. You guys are stupid. Oh.
Wow.
No.
I know, it's pathetic. Everyone's pathetic in this movie. I don't know what happened. But hey, what are we going to do with Belgenia out of the picture? Oh, let's just create like 4 more chameleon mutants. Make a full Sentai of them.
We call in the Ginyu Force.
Toku Sentai, Toku Sentai, Toku Sentai.
It'll make sense in a minute, folks. It totally will, because I actually took a minute to like count them and look at their format. I'm like, yeah, that could be. Mm-hmm. So yeah. Bells got sent to his room. Bells has got sent to his room, and well, what? Wait, what happened? What happened? Yeah, so Larry, Moe, and Curly over here. You know what? No, let us not disrespect. It's Curly Joe. Mm-hmm. It's Curly Joe. Yeah, let's not disrespect any of the Fine brothers. Not those Fine brothers, but you know who I mean. Yeah. So what? Just like Mike said, we are kidnapping children for what reason exactly?
Because they are going to be the new mutants, and I'm not talking about that god awful movie.
That had so much premise when the first trailer dropped. I'm like, whoa. And then look what they did. Hey man, I love Anya Taylor-Joy. I love Anya. Love that woman. Love her, but holy shit. You had such a good premise and such a good cast. Oh, this is why reading is fundamental, ladies and gentlemen. Please read your comic books. Don't support these shit movies. Yeah, so as Mike said, we are taking the children and literally recreating the scene from Disney's Pinocchio.
Yep.
Except this island is not a pleasure island.
Nothing pleasurable about it at all. Like, no one got any cerveza, no Sapporo, no Kirin Ichiban.
Did you see that remake with Tom Hanks? Bless his heart, but my God.
I did not. It's like, look, man, I saw Mulan, and I got so culturally offended by it that I refused to ever watch a live-action Disney film ever again.
Mike, they replaced it with candy and root beer.
So I've heard. You know what's crazy is that there were 4 Pinocchios the same year.
Yeah, but at least we got Del Toro's version, which at least that was like,
Pinocchio. The Russian Pinocchio with Pauly Shore. And then you got the one from JoJo's Bohemian Rhapsody.
Yeah. But yeah, at this point, it's like, wait, what? So you're going to turn the kids into mutants. Wouldn't it have been better to like blindly trick them or whatever? No, we have to kidnap them and do exactly what we did to Kotaro to the kids. All right. I don't recall there being a statue though when Kotaro and his brother when Nobu were transformed, but apparently now we have a statue that is essential to create mutants because we actually get a small little movie dialogue if you haven't known about the mutants and where they came from. And I'm like, we already know where they come from. We already know. They were once people that were, that they evolved, I guess. But yeah, we also and this is where again it's like, wait, shouldn't this be playing in the beginning of the film, not right now at the 10-minute mark? Because I was like, how did Kotaro know and how did he run into that chameleon? There was really no setup for him to actually be already transformed and then fighting the chameleon. Apparently, this scene explains to us that his sister and his brother's girlfriend were watching TV in the cafe and watching reports of missing children.
And the bus that happens to have a bunch of children seems very suspicious. Sentai does this a lot when you really think about it.
You know what has been possibly like the most memorable version of like kidnapping kids or whatever? Because technically, yes, but no. It's not like they forced the kids on the bus. They kind of just, made it fun.
We're going to kids inside.
It's like again, it's just like Pinocchio. The fox and the cat were telling all the kids that, oh yeah, there's games and fun and no rules and you can do whatever you want. You can drink beer, you can smoke cigars, you could yell at your teachers, cuss out your parents, and blah blah blah. Yeah, but you know what else is also a good reference of kidnapping kids that at me as a kid I was like, I want to go there. Was the 90s Ninja Turtles movie. How they recruited all the kids to like be members of the Foot. They're like, yeah, we got a warehouse full of arcade, a skate ramp, and all this. Seeing kids smoking cigarettes, drinking beers. I'm like, are you sure we're not referencing Pinocchio here? But no, we wind up a survivalist camp.
So basically, Camp Shocker.
I mean, it was the 80s. I don't know how that's entertaining to kids, honestly. I really don't, in my honest opinion. I mean, it's just some random tour bus saying like, come and join us for a survival. Are you a kid of the 80s and wish to survive? Were the 80s a horrible time to be living in? I mean, the economy in Japan was actually pretty good. What do you need to survive? Right now, not the best, but I mean, yeah, for some reason, we get that whole thing of like, hey, come to the survivalist camp. Okay, I think there's a missed opportunity here. But yeah, Kotaro winds up getting a flyer and then he starts tailing the bus. He's like, that's got to be them. No, really? And for some reason, I don't know who's driving this thing. I don't know. Because apparently, I guess it's the tour guide or whatever, just starts having a migraine because he notices Kotaro or some random bike is chasing after them. It's like, then he starts having a seizure and then transforms into the Amazing Spider-Man's version of the Lizard. Although I'm like, are you going to kill the kids on this bus? Or, I mean, yeah, they're freaking out, but I'm like, what is the purpose of you transforming in front of them?
Yeah, urgency, I guess.
I mean,
at least knock the kids out. Like, put them to sleep before you transform. Just saying.
I don't know, because we don't know that this thing has like gas or some type of paralyzing agents to I don't know. But yeah, Kotaro just winds up losing the bus, and apparently is like, yeah, this road just led to the ocean. What?
Hmm.
So wait, so you're telling me the bus just drove off a cliff? No, it didn't drive off. We didn't hear an explosion. We didn't see anything. There's nothing down there. So where did they go? I must go to the shoreline, which brace yourselves, because here is a moment that many people do not realize. It's as the same level of a Stan Lee cameo.
A mysterious man with an afro is fishing near the cliff. It's like, excuse me, sir. I'm looking for a bus. Oh yeah, that bus. It drove off. It drove off into an island, and this is an island, and this is, yeah. I've been watching that bus all day. You know, I'm quite the watcher, if you ask me.
So you're more of a spectator then. So you're more of the watcher, kind of.
Yes, I'm a watcher. I'm just fishing right here, and I'm watching things. Huh. That's odd. You know, you seem like the kind of guy who'd be more invested in staying indoors and making comics. A lot of people say that, but here I am, staying outside, being a watcher. That's right. That's
aviator lenses.
That's right. This man is none other than Ishinamori Sensei. We're not worthy. 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 You're worthy. You're worthy. You're worthy.
Again, for those who do not know or have not heard us speak of him, ladies and gentlemen, one of the fathers of Tokusatsu. This is the man who was responsible for giving us the Kamen Rider and the Super Sentai series.
And Kikaider, Inazuman, Zubad, what's it called? Henshin Ninja, Henshin Ninjas.
Was Metalder in that?
No, like the temptation is to say that, but no. I'm thinking about Kikaider. Kikaider, yes. And Skullman, Cyborg 009, the Japanese manga version of the Ninja Turtles.
Yeah.
Captain Japan.
God damn! I wish my tablet wasn't out. I had this whole thing. This man right here, ladies and gentlemen, pretty much, if you're a fan of anything related to the Kamen Riders or again to masked Japanese superheroes, this man was the one that did it. This is the man that inspired many, many young children later on to create their own manga stories to reference the Kamen Rider or the Sentais, or even cyborgs in general. This man made cyborgs cool, and even though sometimes we don't really have the definition of a cyborg, but it's
androids for that matter.
This is the man. This is the myth. This is the guy. You know, this is kind of like
the legend.
When it's kind of like, again, Marvel, when you saw Stan Lee walk on screen, everyone's like, hey, yeah, this is it, because I
remember there was a time when Stan Lee cameos were actually very Easter egg, like they were like very well hidden back in the day. Like the original X-Men movie, like the original X-Men movie, it's like he doesn't just like show up on screen and say, "Hey, hairy dude, what's with the claws?" No, he's like out there in the background waiting for a hot dog.
Yeah, he was the guy that was getting the hot dog and saw the president come out of the ocean. Just
Senator Kelly,
yeah, just completely like, yeah. And honestly, like some cameos have been great, have been noticeable, and then there's some that just like, I don't know why you did that. But honestly, I think the last official one that he actually did was for Deadpool, which was him in the strip club.
Oh no! It was in Avengers Endgame, where he played. Where he's like what's it called? where like he's like suck it fascists when like he was like driving past Area 51.
I have to go back
Yeah.
to see those ones, but
but the last one he did when he was still alive, to actually watch it in theaters was Captain Marvel, where he was like on the bus reading the script to Mallrats.
Yeah.
Yeah, the first one they ever did, like after like he died, like where like they ran out of footage of him, was Deadpool 2, where they just had like a spray can mural of him on one of the walls during the parachute scene.
Yeah. But yeah, no, again, this is the guy. This is Ishinomori Sensei. This is the man who inspired Toriyama, who inspired Michiko to do Sailor Moon. Many people were inspired by Ishinomori. In fact, many famous mangaka of the 2000s or in the 90s actually were some of his proteges.
Mm-hmm.
I think I remember I read that the mangaka for JoJo actually was one of Ishinomori's students or one of his assistants. He was also I think Toriyama also got a chance to work with him. I wish my tablet was on. I had so much information about Ishinomori. And again, Ishinomori being one of the big ones. Ishinomori was actually a student of Tezuka, of Tezuka Sensei, which you all best know that name if you wish to be in this world, because that guy is the Walt Disney of anime.
Mm-hmm.
That's the man.
Astro Boy. Astro Boy.
That's the man. That's the guy. You wouldn't have your Love Lives, your anime horse girls, if it was not for Tezuka Sensei. Seriously,
anime horse girls.
You wouldn't have Miyazaki with a cigarette saying "Anime is mistake" if it was not for Tezuka Sensei. I think even Miyazaki was under Tezuka's tutelage at one point. But I digress. So, old man of the ocean. Where? So you're telling me they're on this island? Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Although it is pretty hard to get on there by boat. The waves are horrible, and the current is like the devil's current. There's no way, even by boat. It's impossible.
You're gonna need to find 4 very specific pony glyphs to proceed.
It's like, a boat. Yeah, but I got my yacht. No joke. I actually looked it up. This boat that they use is actually his boat.
His personal yacht.
His own personal yacht. I'm like, wait, you're telling me a mangaka? Again, this is Ishinomori. It's like if I'm saying this is Ichiro Oda we're talking about here. Despite what you might think. Yeah, you know what? He may not seem like he has a lot, and most rich people don't, but he does. He ain't stupid. And
I mean, there's a reason why certain rich people stay rich, and that's because they don't use their money frivolously, such that they show off how much they have.
Yeah, we've talked about that before, and again, from my research of Ishinomori Sensei, he was a very simple man. I mean, no until you actually got to know him, and it's like simple stuff, but then when you got into his inner circle, it's like, listen, Ishinomori Sensei towards the end of his life had fuck you money.
Mm-hmm.
That's what we all should aspire to be, is that, you know what, you got a fuck you attitude, that's where he got, because pretty much I'm like 50 years, almost 60, 70 years. And then constant reboots and specials. And then the fact that many of his former colleagues and whatnot still reference him to this day. Even the great Go Nagai, when recreating Cutie Honey, brings in a little bit of the Kamen Rider into his work when it comes to rebooting Cutie Honey or any of his work. How many we got Kamen Hentai. We got a bunch of commons out there that are not the Rider, but referencing to the Kamen Rider, thanks to this man.
Mm-hmm.
But we must also bid adieu because this is the only time we get to see Ishinomori Sensei.
For now.
For now. But what's going on in Not Pleasure Island?
Well, basically, there's a bunch of chameleons. Multiple chameleons.
Yeah, so apparently our three wise guys decided, yeah, you know what? We need to call in our super secret task force.
Himitsu Sentai, Chameleon Mon.
Yeah, these chameleons, red, yellow, black, blue, and green.
No, I
Nope.
think one of them was pink.
No, it's red.
No, red and pink. I'm pretty sure.
It's like a fusion of the two, but it's kind of like a dark red on the back and the top, and it's a lighter pink on the belly. So that's why you get confused. But it's like, yeah, we know that chameleons obviously do come in these colors. You know, it's not a threat that, you know, hey, what the hell? It's like, yeah, but to have 5 of them?
Mm-hmm.
And in multicolored, I'm like, yeah, what was the Sentai in 87?
I believe it was Mask Man.
Was it Mask Man? Okay.
Because I know 89 was Turbo Ranger. So like 88 was Live Man, 87 was Mask Man, yeah.
Yeah, so again, at this point we finally get the transformation of Kamen Rider Black versus 5 Sentai Chameleon Mon.
Mm-hmm.
And again, this is a kid's dream right here of like, who would win the fight, the Kamen Rider or the Sentais? Those aren't Sentais. Those are Timu Sentais. Those are Wish.
They're the Super Sentai from home.
Yeah. Even though we do have an official Chameleon Ranger, like, way later on, technically it's like a chameleon Sentai? That's stupid. You want to tell that to Geki Ranger? I would love for you to tell that to Meilin. And that.
Well, to be fair, Melee was an extra hero.
No, I know, but I'm like a chameleon. That's like, you say that to her face. I dare you. Rio's not going to do anything, but she will.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, in fact, Rio would expect her to do something.
Yeah,
he's having to instruct her.
He was not, even though she was a pick-me, she wasn't like Rio.
She was obscenely formidable.
Yeah, she was no joke. She was no joke. Like, you know, again, she may act like a ditz around him, but it's like, you know.
Yeah. She's basically like Karin from Naruto, where it's like she acts like
that's a very good point. That's a very good reference right there. The ditzy, like, oh yeah, fuck Sasuke, we get it, all right. He's only good for one thing, but he can't even do that, the impotent bastard. But it's like, but you're like all Google go like, oh my god, honey, you're gonna be on Maury Povich. I know you are. Anyway, but yeah, we wind up beating up our Chameleon Sentai only to fall into a hole. Not that we didn't save the kids, technically. We did stop an operation from happening and then ripping off
one of those like face surgeries.
Yeah, for us to create mutants, we must use my fingernail to cause a laser light show relative to Marshmallow or Dead Mouse for you to become a mutant. Whatever happened to just dunking them in the ooze? Can't afford that? You couldn't get a pool with just glowing water?
Considering how many times Taki made a taco run at Shocker Base, you'd think these guys would find a random Shocker location that's been debunked.
Here's the thing that just, again, I'm just like, well, you know what? It's not like we haven't seen this before. So the Kamen Rider falls into a hole, literally, fool you, and then dig a hole.
He
He falls in on a slab, right? and then he gets strapped down by what looks like steel-plated girders. He's just pinned down, and I'm like, all right, okay. But I'm
Our
like,
evil plan to kidnap all these children was really just to lure you over so that we could perform surgery on you instead.
but here's the thing, though. Here's the thing, and this is what I mean, because you see it in the same minute that this was shot. Okay, the Kamen Rider slams the chameleon through the wall. He breaks in, stops the surgery, and then before he falls into said hole, he rips the steel beams and straps that are holding the kids on the table. He rips them off like wet newspaper, like wet tissue paper. He rips them off and he gets the kids to freedom, technically. And then he falls into a hole and lands on a slab with the same metal straps and girders that he ripped off like wet tissue paper.
Mm-hmm.
And this is what's holding him down. Not a rock, not some ancient spell, not like a gravity force that's like making him like 1,000 to maybe 10,000 times his body weight and that he can't stand. The same straps that he ripped off the kids 1 second ago are holding him down. How?
Yikes.
How? We just
Good question.
It's like we just saw you break and rip a steel girder in half, and then one lands on you like, oh, I can't. Like, it's too heavy. What? You just tore through it. Are you telling me you can't? Oh, yeah. Well, we see that you're good with your hands, not really good with your arms, or you do a lot of hand workouts, right?
Mm-hmm. In the words of Alfred Pennyworth, I swear, Master Wayne, what is even the point of doing all those push-ups if you can't lift yourself out of that debris?
You can't lift the damn log. Yeah, pretty much. I'm like, look at He-Man over here, and then it's like, yeah, he can't lift 25 pounds. It's too much. It's killing me. I'm like, okay, but you got the high score on the hand grip machine. It's like you got a real iron grip there, Kotaro. What is it that you're trying to keep from slipping? Anyway. Yeah, what about the kids that you saved?
There's something involving a giant head statue, but
what is it with this thing? Like, apparently they need that statue to make the operation. I'm like, we didn't have that before.
No.
Why do we need the damn statue? Oh, it was on a sale at Pier 1. So, I thought it really brought the room.
So we have to incorporate it. It's like that episode of Sabrina the Teenage Witch where Helda and Zelda had this agreement where it's like, oh, any of the stuff that Helda's hoarding, if she doesn't use it by the end of the week, they have to get rid of it. So it's like, in the closing scene, it's like she randomly fires a cannon. It's like, hey, I just used a cannon. That means we get to keep it.
Are we talking about Melissa Joan Hart or Karen Shipka?
No, the sitcom that we grew up with Melissa Joan Hart.
Okay, yeah. Because I was
what do you think I'm talking about?
I don't know, because there was also an episode in Chilling Adventures of Sabrina
with the same premise.
Well, yeah, it's like we have to get rid of this stuff, and it's like again, Zella, her and her sister were like, "No, we can't. I'm using this." I'm like, I don't know. That again, you have a show that's a sitcom that's like with a laugh track versus a fucking over-sexualized version of an Archie.
Yeah, because it's supposed to be Riverdale by the WB.
Look, man,
they destroyed everything. Archie, Katie Keene. They destroyed Josie and the Pussycats. They destroyed Sabrina. What other Archie spin-offs did they try to do and still
Say
ruined?
what you want about Archie, okay? Say what you want, but look, I actually did enjoy Sabrina. I thought Karen and Shipka really embodied like Sabrina in terms of like her look and style and attitude. It's just that I'm like, okay, I have never seen a cast that I'm like, excuse me, I'm gonna be in my private quarters as I watch this. Please excuse me. I'm like, damn, everyone is hot in this show, and I should not be thinking this way about Sabrina.
I mean,
But
when
anyway,
you hired people in their mid-20s, you know.
well, I mean, look at her aunts. I know, like one of them was supposed to be like the comedic relief, but the other one was like, "I'll be right back."
You know, I love that one line from Scary Movie where Anna Faris says, "Yeah, and I bet they're gonna get a 30-year-old woman to play me."
And you were like, "How old at the time, darling?" Anyway, so
Actually, I'm curious.
Answer me this. Answer me this. I thought that Gorgum and Black were supposed to be like the Illuminati. No one's supposed to know who they are, what's going on. How the fuck do these kids know who the hell he is? Because no joke, they put the kids in the holding cell. Oh, we forgot to mention that the kids that were brought onto the island, the ones that are on the bus. Yeah, you got to go through a physical, and if you don't pass, you're basically kibble. You basically get turned into hot dog meat. So I guess now, fuck it. Every kid is now kibble because where Kotaro lands is basically the slaughterhouse. But again, the kids. How do you know who or what this is? This isn't Ichigo. It's not like V3 or anything like, we're friends to the children. Black is basically Batman just without Robin. There is no Robin. It's just Batman. It's Frank Miller's Batman. So how do you guys know who the Kamen Rider is? Especially calling him by his actual title, Black.
Yeah, that was the weird part because it's like you never really see anyone refer to Kotaro as Kamen Rider Black.
Nobody.
In RX, he refers to himself as Black RX. Ore wa Tayo no Ko, Kamen Rider Black RX. But
here, like, there is no such thing other than after he does his transformation. But no one saw him transform into Black.
And in the case of Skyrider, he was literally not called Skyrider until around episode 28. And only because the other 7 writers basically transferred their powers onto him.
Yeah. So I'm like, how do you kids, like in a Gamera movie, know who this character is? Mm-hmm. How do you know this? How do you guys...
See, this is why I appreciate Kuga when they refer to all the characters as unidentified life form number so-and-so. I mean, it's kind of weird that Kuga's growing form is life form number 2 and Kuga Mighty's number 4. But it's like, can't you just rename him number 2? But at least there's a reason behind it because it's like, we don't know what they're called individually, so we're just going to call them identified life form number so-and-so.
That's fine. But again, it's like, at least there's a scientific name for it. How the hell? Like, yeah, I mean, it's kind of like almost like when Ichigo was like, again, no one's supposed to know about Shocker. No one's supposed to know. But apparently everyone does now. And they got even so much as that they have a Kamen Rider Kids Corps.
Mm-hmm. Without Goro.
Please tell me that these kids don't form a kids militia later on. But
it's crazy that one of these 2 kids is actually from the future and is actually the dad of the other kid.
But yeah, just like in a Gamera movie or in a late Showa Godzilla, even Ultraman had this problem too. all the kids in the cell are just, saying, Kamen Rider Black, we know you can do it. We believe in you. You are truly the friend of the children. You know, as adorable as that might be, this would never. Can you imagine if you were watching Pacific Rim or like any movie that took the tokusatsu genre and again still had a bunch of Japanese kids like singing or cheering or making a song for the hero just randomly? I'm like, how do you guys know about this stuff? This is top secret government agent level stuff.
I mean, it makes more sense in Ultraman because
yeah,
it's just the one Ultraman, and everyone knows who he is. Here he comes, our Ultraman. Ba-bum, ba-dum, ba-dum, ba-dum.
Apparently, here in this nitty-gritty Kamen Rider series that's supposed to be more adult, the kids are fully aware who the Kamen Rider is. You just had to throw it in there, didn't you?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
But
here he comes, our Masked Rider.
Apparently, because of the children, just like I'm gonna say it, and don't worry, just like in the movie, our war games, or for you Americans, the first Digimon,
part 2 of the first Digimon,
the first Digimon movie. The power and the thoughts of the children gather together into the turbine of the Kamen Riders.
Okay, for you for all of you younger weebs who are in their early 20s right now, Summer Wars.
Hey, don't diss Summer Wars. Summer Wars
is literally Digimon Our Game War. It was even made by the same animation studio.
Yeah, they literally got permission from a creator to be like, hey,
it's literally the same premise.
I mean, regardless, we never got until recently the whole our war games. And if you watch Summer Wars, it's pretty much like it's a more extended version of that. But yeah, because of the children, their strength gathers within the turbine of the belt, causing him to get roided up and actually bust out of there, and then I guess destroy the statue or something. He doesn't even really pay attention to it. He just again fights the Ginyu Force all over again. But he actually does destroy the statue for so I was like, oh, before I fight you guys, I must jump back up here and destroy the statue. Shouldn't you have done that before? But yeah, he winds up helping the kids escape, breaking through the cells, and I'm like, and next thing you know, the whole damn place is starting to fall apart. No, I want to know who the realtor is, but I also want to know who was constructing these castles. So if you just rip off this door from this wall, the entire structure goes down. You must never rip off door. That seems like a really big, major flaw to put in. What happens if the door breaks?
Yeah, it's kind of like that Michelin Web skit with the evil genius. He wants to have that. What's it called, that rotating door. It's like, listen, if you're gonna have a rotating door, it cannot be in the fireplace, it cannot be a load-bearing wall, and you need to have yellow and black stripes around the parts where it moves, and giant sign that says, warning, wall may rotate.
Yeah. But obviously I'm like, all right, fine. We get the kids out, but we finally have one more throwdown with the Ginyu Force. And, well, it is just how you think it is. You know, you 1v5 and destroying the copies, it doesn't kill the chameleon because we all know that the chameleon is green. You got to kill the green one, but if you destroy the others, they just disappear. A quick chop and a rider kick later, we destroy the chameleon, but also that causes a chain reaction on the island.
Mm-hmm.
So the entire island now is blowing up like bit by bit, and the kids and the Kamen Rider are still on the island.
Yeah.
Ishinomori Sensei, are you nearby with that boat? How are we supposed to get off this place?
Yeah.
I don't know, because next thing you know, we get a monologue from the narrator saying that the Kamen Rider, a warrior who fights to protect freedom, humanity, and the dreams of children, will continue on. I'm like, shouldn't we get off the island? Just saying. I mean, it's falling apart. Should we not get off the island? Yeah, we should, but we're not going to show you that. We're going to show
Because roll credits. Instead, we're going to show Tezuya Sensei just like singing a song because yay, got to promote his music career.
random song. This is more. I mean, man, people want to say Has Been Hotel has too many random musical numbers. This is a random musical number.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. Anything else after that? No.
Nope.
Just the end.
Mm-hmm.
How'd you get off the island?
Who cares?
All right. That is Hurry to Onigashima, the first Kamen Rider Black movie.
The first of two.
And wow.
It's just a regular episode.
Wow. Why could this not be put in the
just a regular episode?
Yeah. Why was this not? Why call this a movie? It's only 30 minutes.
Yeah, no, high key. Like if I knew this was only 30 minutes, like 25 minutes, rounded up 25 minutes, and because we had that musical number, we can't even say that. Like low key, like for reasons of practicality, you'd think, well, why can't Mike and Steve just like squeeze it in with the next 4 episodes? Just say, oh yeah, episodes 23 through 26 plus Onigashima, because it's the movie. We have to like put some respect on the fact that it is just a movie.
Do it. Yeah.
Yeah, believe me, it would have been so much easier for us, because then, like, I mean, we would have just a slightly longer run time, and we would still like, and like we could like say that by the end of tonight we are more than halfway there, because we only have 25 episodes and 1 movie left. Which, when you compare to Ichigo, that's not actually a lot. But
wow.
Ichigo does something to you when it comes to like thinking about how many episodes are left. But yeah, no, it's but no, it's like we have to give it its due respect, like every other movie. Because believe me, when it came to Gaiden 3, it was 2 parts, and combined it was 15 minutes. God damn it.
Yeah.
We had to combine it with a stage play to make it relevant. And I'm not looking for Deno for the same reason.
Yeah, no, it's the fact that you took like 2 episodes of the original series show and then used that for filler padding in the beginning 10 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
And then you only had 15 minutes actual worth of new footage of a movie. I'm like, you guys didn't even have a movie. You didn't even have an episode. You kind of just why was Bells there? Why was he? There's no reason for that moment, that fight, the reused stock footage. There's no reason other than, yeah, we need to pad this out for like a little bit. We need to make this. We need to make this a movie, because apparently it's like I guess it's a summer movie that was paired with something else.
Mm-hmm.
And well.
Yeah,
Again,
that's a crazy thing because like even when you look at like freaking 2006, like Bokinger versus Kamen Rider Kabuto. Bokinger, the Ultimate Precious was like, I don't remember how long it was. Maybe it was like 45 minutes, maybe it was an hour long, but it felt like a movie. And then Kamen Rider Kabuto Godspeed Love, even the non-director's cut version was still close to 90 minutes. That was definitely a movie. So
yeah.
even when you double billed them, they were still movies. In some years, yes, they're kind of lazy where it's like, oh yeah, we'll just make one of these two movies only 40 minutes.
Yeah.
Or both.
Honestly, I don't know what else to say about this film other than like,
Honestly, the highlight for me was the Shinomori cameo, which is
oh,
why I
yeah.
would give it a 6.5 instead of a 6 even.
Yeah. No, I know. That's exactly what I'd do as well. Because there's really, other than having Ishinomori Sensei, there's no reason for
Yeah.
this to happen.
And again, it's like what a random way to end the movie too. Like no proper epilogue, not even him riding off on a motorcycle. Heck, even if it cut to him riding off on a motorcycle, at least you could say, well, yeah, the riding off on the motorcycle takes place maybe 2 or 3 hours after the events of the movie. So of course, like we can assume that everyone got off the island.
Yeah, but not even
He
that.
didn't.
Not
No,
even.
instead we had to get a clip of him singing. And again, you could have just got a clip of him singing during the end credits.
Yeah. So honestly, it's a 6.5. At lowest, it's just a 5. This was not. This can't be deemed a movie or anything. It's really just, again, a bunch of padding and then 15 minutes worth of new footage. So, and really nothing really prevalent or anything happens here.
Let's hope the house on Terror Hill is going to be better.
Another 30 minutes, hopefully. But again, we'll see when we get there.
It will also be 25 minutes rounded up.
Yeah. Anyway.
Yeah. Comments, guys. Belginia was an absolute goon. Yeah.
Yeah.
He's running interference for the wrong team.
Yeah. Absolutely useless.
The movie made me realize that Go-Go 5 is a ripoff of Kamen Rider Black. I mean, they both take place at the end of the century. They both have a faceless main villain. They both involve siblings as a theme.
Yeah.
It also, they both include a red armored villain who's introduced midway, who's like being an absolute goon.
But the thing is about Go-Go 5, it's about the unity or the family unit, whereas Go-Go 5 is brothers and sisters coming together to fight against evil. Mm-hmm. You have the dysfunctional family of super powerful demons that can't really do anything. So it's like, so who would win? The powerful brutes of magic and sheer willpower, or the love and unity of family? Again, we even had that with Maji Rangers. Like, how are you going to defeat this Skeletor-looking Cthulhu motherfucker? Your powers and everything are useless against him. What are you going to do?
Power of family.
Power of family and love.
And courage.
Yeah. So, I cannot...
Majiro.
But, yeah. I totally feel what you're saying.
Yeah. Chameleon Sentai.
Well, that is totally... I mean, again, if they were all the same color, I wouldn't say anything. But again, multiple colored.
Yeah. Ishinomori Sensei. Yes. He's in this movie.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, a lot of stuff in the film make no sense.
It's not even a film. It's more like a strip.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like how like it's like how like you only have like the theatrical cut of episode 13 of the original Kamen Rider.
Mm-hmm.
That's what this felt like.
Oh yeah.
Low key.
Yeah.
At least for the first half. But yeah, that's it for the comments, guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please be sure to comment, like, and subscribe to us on YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. Ding the bell icon, stay notified for our latest videos because we discuss Kamen Rider Black, Kamen Rider Z, #1 Sentai Gojuger, Ultraman Omega, and Tojima Tanzaboro wants to be a Kamen Rider. Boy, a lot of fillers this week. And with that said, guys, check out our interviews. We recently posted our Ranger interviews from Robo Toy Fest. So that's Mike Gatto, who played Young Tommy, and John Tui, who played both Doggy Kruger and Daggeron in Power Rangers SPD and Power Rangers Mystic Force. And we can't wait to see him again next year. Because if you want to say hi to us in person, we will be at the Pasadena Convention Center on January 25th for Pasadena Comic-Con and on August 28th through the 30th for Power Morphicon, celebrating Mystic Force's 20th anniversary. And speaking of things, on our sister channel, we just uploaded our vlog of Billy Idol's It's a Nice Day to Tour Again concert. We were at the final show of that tour, so that's crazy. We got Billy Idol, Joan Jett, Avril Lavigne, and a tribute to Ozzy Osbourne. May he rest in peace. It was a great concert. And we're definitely gonna upload more interviews and vlogs on that channel. Hopefully, at least one more later this weekend, because it's Thanksgiving weekend. We love you. We hope you guys had a wonderful Thanksgiving. And this is our way of giving thanks to you guys. And yeah, if you want to check out our personal content, we're both on Instagram, Boken_Kabuto, the Sin Prince. All love you give us. We always appreciate it. But until next time, we hope you guys stay safe. Enjoy your weekend. Don't get food poisoning from all that turkey. Hope your wallets are not crying too much from the Black Friday shopping. We'll see you again real soon. Goodbye.
Bye, guys.